Hello and welcome to the second part of Bowerbirdie Academy's Creative Media course. So, for those of you who tuned in last time, you should be at the stage where you're ready to edit your footage. If any of you are watching this and you're thinking, oh, what are you talking about? Don't worry, okay? If you go back and watch the first part, everything you need to know is in there, including some special packs down in the comments as well to help you creating your own form of media. So, for those of you who are at the stage though, you've got your footage and you're thinking, what do I do now? This is the class for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you through how to edit. So in order to do this, you will be needing your footage and either a computer or a laptop that you can use to edit on, okay? So don't worry about, oh, my laptop's not fast, hasn't got a lot of RAM, it's not that big, it's tiny, my computer's really old. Do not worry, okay? The software you're going to be using, you can do it on any device, okay? Any laptop or computer, yeah? So all you're going to need to do is also have access to the internet so you can download it. So rather than me keep talking, we're going to take you to the editing screen where you can see how to edit. Let's go. So to download the software you'll be using to edit your videos, go to fxhome.com. On the website, you'll need to click the menu icon over here in the top right corner and then click on HitFilms Express Free. On this page, click on the Download HitFilm Express button right here. To get the software for free, change the number in the box over there to 0, okay? And then click the download button. Okay, so next you need to enter a username. Probably best to not use your real name, okay? You will also need to put in your email address and you will need to create a password for your account, and then you need to select your age, okay? That is only just to make an account so you can download the software. It's perfectly safe. This is a brilliant software, really, really good at teaching young people how to edit. Okay, so there is a no button at the bottom. If you give that a click, it will mean that you do not receive any notification emails, any advertisements, nothing silly like that, okay? Then once you've done that, click the blue button on the right of the page and an email will be sent to you just to sort of confirm everything, okay? So now if you open up your email, you will receive a message from them. And if you click it, there'll be a little sentence that will say, get your Express installer. Okay, it will take you to a download page. And if you select the correct installer for the computer, it will download. Okay, now this could take a little bit of time to download, so it might be worth giving me a pause and waiting for that to happen and then coming back, okay? So if you open the downloader and install the software, when you get to the setup menu, select typical. Yep. I hope everyone's done that, and we'll keep going. In HitFilm, click on New in the top left corner to start a new project. On the settings pop-up, you don't need to change anything, okay? So just click OK. Once you've done that, the project should open, okay? You'll want to make sure that the Viewer tab is selected in the top right corner, okay? Because this is where you will view the video that you are editing. Now you want to bring in your videos to edit, okay? So you can do this by dragging them from your Documents folder. So if you open up your Documents folder, highlight all of them, or you can drag them in individually. If you highlight all of them, you can drag them all in one go, okay? Once all your videos are there, you can drop one onto the timeline at the bottom to begin editing it. If you see this pop up, just click no. Okay, don't worry about that, just click no. The timeline at the bottom is where you'll be working on with your videos, okay? So as the timeline suggests, this is basically the amount of time in your film, yeah? You can zoom in using the slider between the two mountain icons to make it bigger and easier to see. So if you're going to be doing any really, really, really close chopping of your video, definitely make sure you zoom it in a bit more. To play your video at any time, just click the play button under the video screen. So this will play what you're watching in the timeline. You can also use the slider to scroll forwards and backwards as shown here through your video. You can also use the marker in the timeline to scroll through your video. Cool. To make a cut in your footage, you select the razor tool to the left of the timeline, or you can press C on your keyboard. So that's just a little shortcut right there. Now you can simply click on your video at the points you want to cut. And if you do that, there you go. Cool. Just done it with R1 and you've made 2 clips. So let's say I want to cut this shot of the player in blue as I want to use it at the start of my video. I'll find where I want the clip to end, probably about here, and then cut the video at this point in the timeline, okay? Now, to move this clip, I need to select it by swapping back to the arrow tool, which I do this by clicking the arrow icon over here and then clicking and dragging the clip somewhere else, okay? If I drop it on the same track, I'll delete what's already there, okay? So just make sure you do not drop it on top of each other. So instead, I'll drop it above the rest of it, which will place it on a new track, okay? So they're like the little, think of it like a train track on your timeline, okay? So we'll put it in video track 2. Now, if I scroll over it, you'll see the clip is here and appears over the original video in the track below at this point, okay? So if I want this clip at the start of the video, I'll drag this section of the video forwards, okay, to make space for it. And then I'll drag the clip I cut right to the beginning, okay? Now, if I rewind back to the start and play the video, you'll see that this shot now appears at the start of my video instead. Okay, in the following clip, the camera shoots off and misses the action, which doesn't really look that good, does it? So we want to remove that, okay? So to do this, you find the exact point where you want to cut it, as I've done before, and you select the razor tool and click on the point, okay? Now, to completely remove this clip, so not just razor cut, to completely remove it, go back to the arrow tool and click on the clip, okay? Now doing this, if you want to really get rid of it completely, if you click the delete key on your keyboard, it's gone. But this does mean now, as you can see, I have a giant gap in my video, which will appear as just a black screen, okay? So I want to close the gap by dragging the following clips backwards to make sure there are no spaces in the timelines, and I will do that right now, okay? So I'm just dragging them back, easy peasy. If I play the video now, you can see that that particular clip has completely gone. Yeah, and all it took was a couple of clicks and a delete key. So, to make your video even more interesting, you could try adding music to it. To do this, you can simply drag a music file from your documents like you did at the beginning with your other clips and put it in the media box in the bottom left, okay? Then, if you drag it from here onto your timeline, if you drop it onto one of the audio tracks, so they're the ones down here at the bottom, you can put it over the top of your video clip's audio so we can replace it, or if you don't want to do that, just stick it right at the bottom, okay, of your audio tracks, okay, on your timeline. Now, so your video should be at this stage, it should have some music to it, okay, so mine has definitely got some music. But you can also hear the original audio if you didn't delete it. So I don't really like this, so I'm going to mute the videos by clicking on the speaker icons over here on the left of the audio tracks. And now if I play it again, all you can hear is just the music. Brilliant. Okay, might be worth pausing me and having a bit of a play around and getting your clips in order and all of your music together. Okay, because the next part is going to be about the exporting of the clips. So you might want to hold fire and do all the other stuff first, and we'll see you in a second. Okay, so you finish editing your video and you're happy with it, okay? So now it's time to do the exporting, the long and boring exporting, but it will let you see your finished result in its best quality. So you can do this by clicking on File and then down there, the little button here that says Export. Choose the folder you want to save it in, so make sure you save it in a folder on your computer that you're going to remember. Okay, it will now be sent to a queue in this export tab here, and you can watch the progress of your video being saved. Now once it's reached 100%, it's finished, okay, and it's ready to watch, and that's it. You've exported your completed video, so enjoy. And I guess we'll be going back to Elliot in the studio. And we are back in the studio. So thank you very much guys for watching that edit tutorial, okay? Now I know it was really long and some things were a little bit confusing, but I'm sure you managed to do it, okay? So for those of you who are out there, the keen-eyed people who are probably thinking, I'm a pro, I know what I'm doing, then go out and make your movies, okay? All you need is your imagination and a phone and a laptop and a bit of paper and a pencil, okay? That's it. It's so easy to do, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys can come up with. Anyone else who's still a little bit confused and thinking, oh my god, what did I just watch? do not worry, okay? If you're a little bit stuck on anything, stick a comment in the video or on Bowerbirdy Watford's Facebook page, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can to help you out. Maybe even, if there's any particular sections you were stuck on, maybe stick even a little timestamp in the comments, so I was like, oh, I don't know, 2 minutes in, I was confused. And we can really get down and figuring out what the issue was. We can try and help you, okay? Yeah, so this has been Elliot. It's been great, and hopefully I look forward to seeing you guys again at some point. And even better, send us your films. I would love to see what you guys have come up with at home. So, I'm going to have to sign out now from the studio, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!